watching The Circle. Basketball is consistently one of the most popular sports for women in Australia. And today, ahead of the WNBL Grand Final, we're joined by two superstars who represent the past and present, and the tall and short. Please welcome Liz Cambage and Michele Tim. What we essentially have is one of the current hot players. You're 19 years old and you are one of the best players we have in this country, if not the best. And in Michele, we have a legend of the sport.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we also have tall and short. So I think we have to do the stand-up test.
Just to get it out of the way.
I'm taking off my glasses.
After you mentioned the M word in relation to Michele.
No, you say that you're taller than her first.
Come on, she's putting it out.
Yeah, but
They could get away with it too. Yeah.
Come on, sit down, you little midget. Let's get going.
All right, first of all, tell us about how you got into basketball.
I got into basketball because I had just moved down to the Mornington Peninsula from the city, and yeah, Mum thought it was a good way for me to get into sports and make new friends in a new town and maybe lose some weight because I was a bit of a little chubby bubby, but yeah.
Oh, Liz, so she got you running around.
Did your mum ever say to you, you're not going to be a jockey, sweetheart? Maybe you need to think about a sport that suits you better?
Well, I feel like she kind of deprived me of some things like ballet and, you know, pageants.
I think you've done all right for yourself, don't you?
So do I. She's raised me well.
Because at 10, what was your height when you were 10 years old?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I do. And I think it was 182 centimetres.
Oh, so that's
already.
That's 7 centimetres taller than me, and I'm 5'10". So
are you sure?
Yeah, that's the research is never wrong.
Oh, that's me.
There you go.
I was 10 there.
Oh, you're
and then
so
we're
cute.
all
That is
10
amazing.
years old.
That is fantastic.
Was it difficult being that tall, being that different looking from everybody else?
I think in school I got bullied a lot, and everyone gets bullied in school.
God, big game.
How do you get bullied? Don't you?
Well, I think it was a two-way street going on. In primary, every kid gets bullied, you know, and it makes you tougher, gives you tougher skin, and gets you ready for the big, scary world.
How did you go with the boys? Was that a little bit full on for them when you? In high school. Let's
talk to Michele.
Change that subject.
Michele, you're actually not a midget at all. And you're not
just an innocent question.
Lock him out. Just talk to us.
He's a typical male, though.
Sit on a lap again.
You're not short either, so it was a gag to say that. Can you tell us about your career in basketball? You're also a very hot player and now a coach.
Yeah, my career, I started playing at primary school as well. And I wasn't freakishly tall, like wonderful Liz here. And we use that word loosely. She's a wonderful athlete.
I'm a freaky.
When I've watched you, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've watched you a lot on the telly, and you always appear to be this tiny little kind of, you know, pocket rocket getting around there.
Yeah.
So,
but in the real world, I'm not. I'm kind of normal height.
Yes,
but on the basketball court, and especially nowadays with this generation coming through, there's so much taller now. The athletes, everyone's taller. And Liz now 6'8", close to 6'9". That's, I think, down the track we'll see a lot more Liz Cambages out there.
Can I ask a question now?
well,
Is that all right?
let's see, there you go.
I just want to ask her if that's all right. You are in the running for an amazing career in the States. I understand, like number 1 or 2 on the draft. Is that like, how intense is that, and how do you cope with that kind of pressure?
I think you just got to take it one day at a time at the moment. I'm just focusing on the WNBL Grand Final, which is next week. So after that, then I'm really going to start focusing on the WNBA and, you know, getting over there and getting to the draft and picking out a dress for it and stuff.
So if you wherever you get picked for, you'll have to live there and play there, and that will become your life.
Yeah, it's pretty scary because at the moment I've got no idea where I'm going. No, and everyone's like, so where are you going? I want to come visit. It's like, I don't know. I've got no idea.
But let's put it in perspective. I mean, you don't live there for life. She comes back and plays for Bulleen Boomers during the off-season, right?
So
she comes back to us. I'm assistant, yeah. So she'll be back at Bulleen for everybody who wants to know. So get down to next Sunday at the Cage and watch her in the grand final. But don't worry, she'll be back.
Do you know who you're playing yet in the grand final?
No, not yet.
They play this weekend.
Yeah, Bendigo play Canberra Capitals.
And so you get the week off.
Yeah, but it's not really a week off. We're probably training harder this week than we have all year. So, yeah.
Now, Michelle, if people are watching at home, they think that their daughter or maybe their friend or themselves might have talent, how much of what we see in Liz is genetics and how much is coaching
skill
and opportunity?
Well, there's a bit of everything, isn't there? You know, I have a daughter who's 7 years of age, and it's amazing nowadays how young kids start playing basketball. Now, she started a little bit late. She's 7. Goodness me. You know, kids nowadays start basketball when they're 4 and 5. It's amazing. And the sport's great, though, because it's great on a whole number of levels, whether it's for the ability to go play netball or another sport. It teaches you about how to get along in a group, and it teaches you a lot of life skills too. So it's a great sport, but, you know, obviously there's so many identification programs out there now that, you know, people out there identifying young talent, and then there's different paths you can take. I think Basketball Australia have done a really good job throughout Australia, providing a lot of different paths that players can take. If they're really good early, they can be identified and then have special coaching. But if they develop later in their teens, there's also programs out there to nurse them along and bring them up to speed.
Well done. Well done. And all the best for the grand final next weekend.
Yes.
All the best. Would you please thank Liz and Michelle, please?